Hey everyone, it's Sue here, and it is a Saturday morning, and we have a ton of snow outside still. And I decided to come on here and use these new distress tags that I just got from Joanne online. I placed an order online. I was hoping that the tags would be bigger, but that's okay. I have that little heart, that Heidi Swap heart, and these little phrases from Cosmo Cricket. I also purchased from Joanne this Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stamps. They're called Runway, and I thought they were so pretty, and I really haven't been using stamps the way I used to, but I'd like to try to get back into it. And one of my favorite things to do is to use stamps of people. I especially like to use stamps of like faces. So it's just one of my favorites. Now, these distress inks, this is all I have. And I love them. So I think I'm going to get some more. But I would like to hear from all of you. If you have the oxide inks, can you tell me, is it worth investing in them? I mean, I've heard really good things about the oxide inks, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I do have these foam sponges that I will blend the color of the ink onto the tag. And I'm showing you here that that right there is actually a wooden doll body. Got them at Michael's in a huge bag. Very inexpensive instead of buying all of the Tim Holtz handles, which can get a little bit expensive. You can buy those doll bodies at Michael's and you're good to go. There's a lot of them in one bag. So that is I think a good recommendation for everybody on here that is looking to make that kind of purchase. So, in fact, I haven't done this a lot, for a while now, just getting back into it. And I am not the best at this, but it is a lot of fun. I'll say that. And just like we all have been taught, you start off the tag and then you gently go onto the tag. And what you're trying to do is not get that round, outline on your tag. And I'm taking this other color of pink, and you can see I'm working only in the middle of the tag. So I'll gently go down onto the tag. And once I feel it really is on the tag, then I'll press down a little bit harder. I'm showing you there my two favorite color pinks, which is Picked Raspberry and Worn Lipstick. And now I have pulled out the Peacock Feathers, another favorite. And I want to just pull some of the blue just around the edges, and it's creating a little bit of purple. See that right there? I just pointed to it. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. And and that's one of the really fun things about these distress inks is the colors that they just create automatically by blending the different colors together. So I was really happy with that. I was loving that little bit of pink. And now I'm just kind of blending a little bit further into the card, really gently, so that there wasn't, just to make it blend a little bit better, make it look a little softer. And then I took that blue, and here I'm just going around the edges because I do like to have a nice finished look on no matter really what I'm working on, but definitely with tags. So I feel like that gives it just a more of a complete look, a more finished look. And I was going to go ahead and use this antique linen. I thought originally I would use it to blend, but I decided not to use it. So I decide on that stamp right there, and I'm placing it on my acrylic block, and I'm using my archival jet black ink. And because it's the first time I'm using this stamp, like I always do with all of my stamps, I'm going to give it a test just to make sure it's going to stamp properly. And it stamped beautifully for the first stamp. I mean, it was just gorgeous. In fact, I love that card. That's just a little Rolodex card I have some leftover paint on. And I'm pointing there because it looks like it's the color of the dress. It was just beautiful. So now that I know that it's going to stamp well, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Watch what I do. Oh, I dropped it on there. I dropped it on there, but I'm like, you know what? No big deal. I'm going to just kind of use it anyway, and you'll see what I'm going to do here to make it look like that was intended. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp again on the side. And now it looks like that was intentional. And you know what? It's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal, so don't make it a big deal because it's just fun, right? It's just fun. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to get this washi tape to work. And you know what? All my washi is so old. I couldn't get it to work. I could not get this washi to a strip to come off. So in the garbage it went. I'm done with it. It's like I have no patience. In the garbage it went. So I pulled out this other roll of washi, and it has cameras on it. But you want to know something? I even pulled out a little bit of like pink washi, and I thought, oh, I might put a strip on the bottom. And then I'm like, well, if I do that, I'm going to cover up that blue on the bottom. And I'm like, just forget it. Forget the washi, just forget it. Altogether. I'm looking through the different phrases. And there's so many great ones, believe in the beautiful, let's see, celebrate your creativity, my artsy world, cherish every moment. I mean, they go on and on and on. And these Cosmo Cricket phrases are from Tuesday Morning from a few years ago. And I like them. I like what they say. So I decided on this particular phrase, and it says create something beautiful, but I didn't want it in one long strip, so I cut the words apart. And that's a plastic Heidi Swap heart, and I was just showing you there I could technically put it off of the tag and then cut part of the heart off. So I'm just trying to figure out, right, there's so many ways you can do it, but I decided to put the heart on the left side. And then, of course, because everything I have is old, because I haven't done this in a while, they weren't sticking. But that's okay. I am just taking my scrapbook adhesive, and I'm going to put some adhesive down, and I'm using my tweezer bee, which I love. I really can't work without it. It's very helpful to be able to see where you're going to place things. So like if I'm going to hold that little, word with my fingers, it's harder to place it in the right spot. When you use the tweezer bee, you get to see more clearly where you're going to place something before you go ahead and stick it down. So I was very happy with that. And now I'm taking that little plastic heart. I'm like, oh, you can put it so many places. I put it up there and I attached it with my tiny attacher, which, by the way, I have misplaced my staples. I have 2 boxes of staples for that thing. I actually have 2 of those staplers, and I cannot find the staples. I'm like, really? They're somewhere because I just cleaned and I know they're somewhere, so I have to find them. Now I want to go around these words, and you'll see I'm taking the pink Pit pen, and I'm showing you there that as I rub and blend around the words, that it actually blends that color up and out past the words, and I really love that look. And this was one of the first techniques that I ever learned in mixed media, and I still love it, and I use it all the time. And now I decided I wanted to get some sprinkles of water onto this tag. And once I have the water on the tag, I am going to use a paper towel to blot it up. And you can see I'm doing it here. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull that ink, the distress ink, off of the tag. And I love the way that that looks. And I'm very happy with it. But that heart is just, it's just kind of there. So I want to do a little something around the heart, but I didn't want to use a bright pink. So I went with this Faber-Castell Pitt pen, but it has the finer tip to it, and it's actually a flesh color, but it just helps that heart to pop off the tag just a little bit, and you'll see I do even more to it in a few minutes. And so here I am showing you, I did run out of space on my iPad like I always do, and I use this black Pitt pen with a super fine tip, and I'm going around the heart again on top of the pink that was already around the heart, and it just is making that heart pop. And I'm using the black because there's other black on the tag, and I felt like there was black in certain areas of the tag, but not around the tag as much as I wanted it to be. So I'm also taking the jet black ink pad and going around the edges to pull some black around the edges as well. And once I did this, then it just looked more cohesive to me, and I was really happy with the way that that the tag looked in the end. So it was really a lot of fun working on this tag and working with the stamp again. And even though I dropped it on here by mistake, I feel like I pretty much worked pretty well with that and made it look like it was supposed to happen, right? Everything's good. It's only a big deal if you make it a big deal. So just have fun, relax, and create some art. And I'm going to call this done. And I might keep it. I might send it to someone. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I know I'm going to do more similar type tags as well. So let me know if you have any questions. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up, that little icon down there, the little thumbs up, and I would love to have you here with me, and I appreciate you all very much. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.